I ara escoltarem una ponència en solitari sobre el poder que tenen els partenariats per les muntanyes. Ens la farà Giorgio Grussu, que és el project coordinador del Mountain Partnership, que s'està celebrant, com saben, aquests dies. De fet, comença a celebrar-se demà aquí en la seva 7a edició a Andorra, com els explicava al començament el cap de govern. Ell és doctor en Biologia Ambiental, especialista en cooperació internacional i desenvolupament sostenible de territoris de muntanya. Donem la benvinguda, doncs, al senyor Giorgio Grussu.
It's a pleasure to be here. My name is Giorgio Grussu. I represent here the Mountain Partnership Secretariat. It's a pleasure to be here. I would like to thank the organizers, our colleagues and friends of UN Tourism, for inviting us to be here. For those of you that don't know us, the Mountain Partnership was created 24 years ago during the International Year of Mountains in 2002. And it's the only existing UN voluntary alliance dedicated to protecting mountain communities and environments around the world. We have today almost 700 members. Actually, these figures are not up to date. We have 78 governments that are members of the Mountain Partnership, many international organizations, and hundreds of major groups, including civil society organizations, NGOs, private sector, academia, and many others. We have a secretariat based in the headquarters of the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations, FAO, in Rome. And this secretariat is supported by the governments of Andorra, Ireland, Italy, and Switzerland. Every 4 years, we have our global meeting, where all members or a representation of our members joins to discuss and shape the future direction of the partnership. And our global meeting this time is taking place in Andorra, starting tomorrow. And it's the first time that the theme of our global meeting is dedicated to tourism. After 24 years, this is the first time. So responsible tourism, thriving communities is the center of our discussions this time. The objectives of our meeting will be to exchange best practices in sustainable mountain development, to collaborate on policies to support mountain communities, to promote responsible tourism that benefits both people and nature. So food and tourism, basically food systems and tourism, the mandates of FAO and mandate of UN Tourism. We have started collaboration with UN Tourism back in 2017 during the International Year of Sustainable Tourism for Development, when tourism was recognized as a tool for economic growth, environmental protection, and cultural preservation. So since then, the discussions and the conversations with UN Tourism focused on not only mountains, but fragile ecosystems, from mountains to islands. These areas of the world can be described as fragile ecosystems with very vulnerable populations, very vulnerable to the impacts of climate change, for example, the most vulnerable to the impacts of climate change. But in both cases, these areas of the world hold a strong potential for sustainable tourism, because visitors seek authentic food, landscape, and local culture. And this creates opportunities for farmers as local gastronomy, farming systems, and heritage become part of the tourism experience. But to achieve sustainable food systems and sustainable tourism in these very fragile ecosystems, there's one thing which is extremely essential, which is critical, that we support the local communities, and that includes the small-scale producers, women entrepreneurs, and the youth. This is the title of one of the sessions we're having at our global meeting. Sustainable tourism for fragile ecosystems from highlands to islands. So we recognize that from mountains to remote islands, these areas have interconnected challenges, including the geographical isolation, and in many cases also political isolation, economic isolation, high transportation costs, distance from the main markets, vulnerability to external shocks such as climate change, as I said, but also global economic changes. Agri-food systems in these areas play a central role in sustaining livelihoods by preserving cultural heritage and traditional knowledge, fostering biodiversity conservation, and supporting sustainable resource management. Mountains and islands share opportunities to strengthen resilience through climate-smart agriculture, reinforced local value chains, and sustainable, nutritious food systems that enhance food security and livelihoods. So our work, Mountain Partnership and UN Tourism on fragile ecosystems, focused on the synergy, as I said, between sustainable tourism and sustainable agri-food systems as a vehicle for change, as an entry point for development, by linking farmers to tourism operators, by providing technical support to small-scale farmers, by preserving local cuisine and local products, and by raising awareness among visitors about the impact they can have on these very fragile ecosystems and on their communities, and how they can support. We have applied in our projects in the different tools we have developed throughout the years. This is an example of the tools we have developed. One is called the Business Incubator and Accelerator for Mountains and Islands, which promotes innovative and equitable entrepreneurship by providing grants, technical assistance, and capacity development to small-scale producers in the remote areas of the world, with focus on food, textile, and tourism value chains. The Mountain Partnership Products Initiative, which is a labeling scheme for high-value, ethical, fair, and organic mountain products. And the same project supports the development and the establishment of participatory guarantee systems for organic agriculture. The most recent of our initiative is called Fashion for Fragile Ecosystems. It offers technical and financial support to groups of women artisans in the remote mountain regions, and promotes equal exchange of skills with international fashion designers that, together with the artisans, co-design collections, contemporary collections that are then presented to the international market, for example, at the Milan Fashion Week last year. And this is a project we have implemented with UN Tourism, and which is going to expand sustainable food and tourism itineraries. We have implemented this project in 7 Pacific small island states. They're all members of the Mountain Partnership, islands that have mountains. And so this project has developed sustainable gastronomy tourism itineraries linked to agri-food systems, has developed short itineraries that highlight local gastronomy and sustainable organic agriculture, connecting, as I said before, visitors with farmers, food traditions, and island landscapes. This initiative creates alternative income opportunities for small-scale producers while raising awareness on their role in protecting fragile ecosystems. This initiative was supported by the government of Italy and of Ireland. This is an example of the results achieved with this project. We have worked with many producer organizations on capacity development. We worked with the governments to provide support to strategy planning. We have created the itineraries and the tourism experiences ready for the market. And as I said, the project is expanding thanks to the support of our donors and our partners. Okay, one last word regarding partnerships, why they matter. Our partnership, as I said, has almost 700 members, and in the last couple of years, the number of our members has almost doubled, which is a sign of how the partnership is alive and how this partnership actually works. So we believe that global challenges are every day more complex, and to address these challenges, it's important to have collective action. Our partnership is a multi-stakeholder partnership, which means that governments, together with our international organizations, local organizations, and the private sector, they sit together at the same table and they discuss about solutions all together. This is what makes this partnership particularly effective. So, if any of the things I said today is relevant for your company or your organization, please reach out and join the Mountain Partnership. And thank you very much. Muchas gracias.